No, that's why we're here.
So the long-anticipated, never duplicated announcement about Disneyland Resort has opened. Downtown Disney will open July 9th. Disneyland and California Adventure open July 17th. And the Grand Californian and Paradise Pier Hotel will open July 23rd. Nothing about the Disneyland Hotel. And that's it. Do you think this is earlier or later than you expected?
For me, it's earlier just because this is just basically right after Disney World, right?
Mm-hmm.
I figured they would let Disney World ride for a little bit longer and let them see how that worked. Since everything's happening later in California, this could have happened later as well, but happy to be wrong.
I do find it interesting. Disney World Parks open July 11th. Disney World, Disney Springs has been open already. So July 9th, it's just Downtown Disney that reopens. And so I feel like they've already got enough information or will have enough information from Disney World's Disney Springs operation to inform how they manage Downtown Disney. Disneyland and Disney California Adventure are about a week after Magic Kingdom opens. And so they'll have at least a week's worth of information. But the other thing is Disneyland and Disney World's guest flows have always been very different. And so they can't always take, the exact same measures of success from one to the other and duplicate it exactly. The thing I find really interesting is that resorts are coming back after parks reopen. It's kind of backwards from the way Disney World did it.
I think it's weird that they picked July 17th because that's the day when a lot of people go because it's the birthday. They go, especially this year, because it's like a milestone birthday.
And I have a feeling attendance on that first day is going to be more limited than it will. They'll probably progressively increase. So you're correct. They're picking one of the most popular days to go to Disneyland and making it probably the most limited day that we'll see in all of 2020 in terms of how many people they'll let.
It's supposed to be the day that Avengers Campus opened. It's not going to be.
You don't think that'll happen?
No.
They announced it won't, right?
Yeah.
They announced it's delayed.
So we have two chats. One is too soon, and the other is way too soon, which I think is interesting, considering Disney World will have been open already.
Disneyland Hotel, what do you think the logic is behind keeping that one not reopening?
I think it's huge, and so they probably just don't expect the demand.
Is it bigger than Grand Californian in terms of room occupancy?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's got those three towers, high rises. I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's sort of a model. That's why it kind of
right. The Japanese side.
Yeah, that's not there anymore. It's always been hard to do a rehab there because it's so big. So they always have to do it in sections because they can't afford to lose all that inventory.
And they're working on a vacation club add-on. Do you think they're going to keep it closed throughout that construction phase?
No, I mean that thing hasn't even been approved yet, so I don't know when it will be.
Okay.
I mean, things change. There's probably tons of plans, but as we've seen, plans mean nothing right now. I think they're looking at saving the money that they'd spend on it just to keep going, and once things ramp back up, they'll probably go back.
Is the Disneyland Hotel bigger than the other two combined?
I don't know.
I'm just if they could have just done just the Disneyland Hotel, and keep it in one, that might. But
but I think if you have two, you got to spread out more, right? Two lobbies.
So I forgot about that small aspect.
So, I'm not an epidemiologist. I don't want to get into the is it too soon debate because I don't feel qualified. It's a legitimate debate, but I don't know. I don't have data. I don't know how things are spreading. I think Disney keeps trying to tell people I think it's a lot easier to close Disneyland than it is to close Disney World. They can say, hey, guess what? We're not opening July 17th, and I don't think the world changes much. But, I think at Disney World, it's going to be different. Now they're not accepting vacation reservations yet, so it's just existing people at this point. So even if you have to shut back down, which is not a unknown, it's not a 0% chance. I think they're trying to get open as soon as they can partly because I think they feel a duty to be open, but then at the same time being open to closing and keeping that universe very small.
What did they say about ticketing, pass holders, attractions, any other details?
They have not any real details about like park operations in terms of like mandatory face coverings or things like that. You are going to need a park entry time, just like at Disney World. They have stopped the sale of tickets temporarily and the sale of annual passes until they accommodate those who already have tickets and passes and resort reservations with the reservation system. They basically, in terms of like attractions or entertainment, announced that there won't be fireworks and there won't be character experiences, but all of the other nitty gritty details that we've combed over through for Disney World were not included in this announcement.
And also, we should definitely mention that this is all pending government final approval.
Yeah, so this is just Disney's proposal. Orange County has to approve it, and then Gavin Newsom has to approve it.
Personally,
yes.
Although,
Sure
I say
that
Bob Iger's on Gavin Newsom's reopening task force, so it's not like they're just going, "Oh, maybe he'll approve it." We'll find out. Like, come on.
Got the inside track there.
I'm reading the statement from Chairman of Disney Parks Expansion Projects, Josh D'Amaro. They talking about Shanghai Disneyland, Disney Springs, and Disney stores have reopened. Disney World and Disneyland is coming soon. Baby steps. Normal baloney, but I shouldn't say baloney, but normal Disney press talk. But he's talking about how it's been a difficult year due to COVID-19, but he has a great sense of hope and optimism. And like many of you, I look forward to hearing the laughter and seeing the joy of families making memories together. And I can't wait to see you when the magic returns to all of our parks and resorts. Well, so I guess he's going to be there when I'm there.
I like the way they ended the Disney Parks blog post. It's time for magic, and we look forward to welcoming you back. That gives me the warm fuzzies. Liam has just asked a question. Give a quick answer. Does Disneyland reopen on July 15th or later? July 17th is the date, Liam.
For the park.
What's the birthday? It's a big birthday. What is it, 65?
Mm-hmm.
It's a big one. We should do something on LP, maybe kind of ranking attractions or something. Thinking out loud. The biggest surprise to me, like Alex said, is that they're not opening Downtown Disney much sooner, that they're waiting that long. And so it's just open for a week prior to the main parks.
I think July 4th is the boondoggle, right? Like, you don't want to be anywhere near July 4th.
It's making them mad. I mean, this Disney Springs is. I don't know that it's.
Well, I mean, because it opened.
Not any fireworks.
No, but I think. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like, based on the dates they've given, which have all been sort of a week after July 4th, it seems like that's not a coincidence.
Okay. Okay. Still no news on Tokyo, Paris?
Yeah, nothing from Tokyo, Paris.
Hong Kong?
Is Paris fully open? I know
no.
Tokyo is. No. I mean, not Tokyo Disneyland, but Tokyo Prefecture.
I think Paris is pretty well open, I think.
Last I'd heard with Paris was like.
France is a very weird tact with it, whereas like they still are banning large gatherings, and the definition of large gathering is probably not known to me because I can't speak French and actually read it, but it seems to be a little confusing. So I don't know what, like, it's indoor gatherings of over 50 people, I believe, but obviously the theme parks are outdoors, but then you have, what about a ride? Is that an indoor gathering? It just gets confusing.
Yeah, with Tokyo, I know there are other amusement parks, theme parks that have reopened, and Oriental Land Company has basically put out a statement saying, we know other places are opening. We are not ready to make an announcement.
And Hong Kong Ocean Park, which is the other theme park, is reopening, but Hong Kong is still saying they're working towards it. So, I mean, as of this morning, and since it's
I'm glad they're working towards it.
let's see here. Yeah, last update was May 5th. So we're still waiting on them. So essentially, we're still waiting on Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Paris. And obviously Cruise Line, if you count that as something.
And none of the
Cruise Line stopped through what, October 5th? Like
yeah,
they canceled.
yeah,
They
not all-
canceled Magic reservations through October 5th.
And have they done anything with the standalone DVCs yet?
They're everything but a lot.
It was open 15th.
Yeah.
July 15th of June.
No, June 15th.
All of them, including Alani?
No, not
Alani.
Alani.
Alani
Alani's the one.
Can one of you repeat that?
Alani is not a standalone DVC.
It's not?
No, it's got a hotel and DVC.
Okay. So it's a standalone resort.
Vero Beach, the beach resorts, aka Hilton Head and Vero Beach, open June 15th.
And nothing announced for Alani.
Nothing announced for Alani at this point, which probably is not minorly impacted by the fact that you can't drive there for most people.
Makes sense. Okay. Any other issues? I don't see any questions out there that we need to answer other than some people are excited, some people are a little nervous.
Yeah, I feel both. I'm excited because it's a sign that we're moving forward, but at the same time, I hope it is the right decision. As I said, I'm not the person to make that decision, but I hope it is.
I think it's safe to say we all hope it's the right decision.
I just hope Shop Disney, which is part of the products of the Parks Experience and Products, is able to deliver the face masks that everybody pre-ordered before the parks reopened. I do not want to go to the parks in a non-Disney face mask.
That's what Etsy's for.
Okay. Well, SeaWorld opened today. SeaWorld opens in Orlando, so check out Jeremiah's coverage of that. I shouldn't say it opened. They did a preview event today. They'll open tomorrow. So we have coverage of that on Laughing Place. And then
City Walk.
City Walk opened today. Mike did a walkthrough.
In Hollywood.
And we'll have coverage soon.
Is it really in Hollywood? I think it's more of a Burbank thing.
Okay, Southern California Universal City Walk opened today without any warning. And Universal Orlando Parks, City Walk, resorts are open in Florida.
And nothing is open in Hollywood because it's really kind of a seedy part of town if you've never been there.
There's a spectacular studio right outside the gates of Universal.
DB, you got a show on Saturday you want to plug?
Someone says yes, it is in Hollywood city limits. So if I'm wrong about that, I am so sorry. Yes, we have a show on Saturday. We're doing Disney Trivia Live, me and my son on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. I don't say Pacific Standard or Daylight because I'm just going to get it wrong. So I just say Pacific time.
Like a smart person.
We'll have two contests as always. The second one will be by the famous Mike C. on the Muppets, and the first one has yet to be determined. And you never know. Yesterday's show, we gave away our first actual prize. It might happen again. You never know. And of course, on the one where we gave our first actual prize, I made a mistake on the question.
You sure did. What was I going to say? Oh, the one thing I want you to say about travel is if you don't like dealing with trying to remember what's open, what the policies are, all that, because I know I don't. You can always use one of those Disney travel agents. We recommend Mouse Fan Travel. They do all my travel booking. I know they're sponsored by us, so full disclosure, but we had a lot of travel booked recreationally and otherwise, and it's nice not having to be on the phone with Disney and having someone else do it for me. So, if you're not quite sure about hotel bookings or whatnot, when they become available, you can always reach out to someone at Mouse Fan Travel and they'll help you out.
Love them. They're awesome.
Okay. So thanks, Dibby. You can end it.
All right. Thanks, everybody.